What's up, gang? It's your boy Maceo. Do a back one of the two, and I'm gonna show you guys how I mix my beats personally. Leveling, EQing, I'll be showing you guys how to do all that. Mixing is not that hard. It's just really done by ear, but I know when you first begin to produce and make beats, you will be in and outside listening to your mix on different speakers. To me, I recommend just working on your melodies first, and then after that, once you get that down pat, then go ahead and start learning how to mix. And with that said, let's go ahead and get to this beat tutorial or mix tutorial. Before we get into this tutorial, make sure you guys go check out my Hellcat loop pack. It got 10 plus loops, and this is inspired by ESTG, Say Baby, and many more. And plus, I dropped my glitched hi-hat MIDI pack. It got 40 plus Midis in it, and I got a piano MIDI that's out. It got 10 piano Midis in it. Here you go, right here. You can check them out. Here, hi-hat Midis. And I haven't added my Hellcat loop pack, but it's out. It's going pretty crazy, and I always still use my drum kits. Let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. So I'm gonna show y'all this loop that I made. Okay, so I'm gonna just show y'all a little piece of that 130 BPM. So when you are mixing, it don't matter what you use. You can use a Beats pill, you can use a radio, studio monitor, headphones. It don't matter once you start out really. But if you really want to get a good mix, I would recommend having a quiet room and some good headphones and some good studio foam if you want to use your monitors. You will get the best results with that. Let's go ahead and get to the first step, what I do when I mix. Don't worry about this little chain. I'm gonna erase this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just erase it now. I got my melody bus, so what I do is go ahead and highlight all these, and I just route them here. Anything I play, it will play through this melody bus. See, if I mute this, it ain't gonna play. I just gotta unmute it, then you can hear it. So the first thing that I do, I might put it in mono, or I might not mix in mono. It depends. Some days I might feel like, some days I don't. Okay, and to show y'all my channel rack, I finna reset all the levels. And I'm finna go through here and just mix from here instead of mixing from the channel rack. If you good at using your ear, you can use the channel rack instead of using this. This right here is basically your pre-mix, and then you got your post right here. Let's go ahead and go to the piano first. And y'all probably didn't notice I forgot to add my piano too. So let me go here and lower these velocities. And I'm finna just raise them up one by one. So I will start my first instrument at like around negative 15 decibels. So basically I'm just leveling by ear. Brass. Okay, so that right there sound pretty decent, and I'm gonna continue to stay in mono because you can hear like bad frequencies better in mono. Okay, with this instrument I will show you guys how to find bad frequencies and brighten this piano. So after that, I will be skipping ahead after I EQ everything to show y'all how the whole mix sound. So the piano got too much bass for me. Let's take out this frequency. I'm gonna take a little bit out. Sound kind of muddy in it. Then I'm just brighten up the highs just a little bit. Okay, so after I did that, I'm gonna go back and turn off the EQ to see what my meter reading it. Still at 15, so I'm gonna turn it on, see what it's at now. So it's just a little under 15. I'm gonna just boost it up, and that's what I do the gain stage. See, now it's back at 15. When I turn it off, still at 15, but it sounds cleaner. Yeah, it sounds way cleaner. I'm gonna just boost it up a little bit more. Okay, this is a before, and this is after. Got a way cleaner mix. So I'm gonna go in here and finish mixing everything. Well, finish EQing everything real quick. Okay, gang, now that I got everything EQ'd and rounded off, I finna take it out of mono and hear it in stereo mode and give y'all a before and after EQing. So if I take off the EQ, this is what it sound like. As y'all can tell by me EQing each of these instruments that the mix sound better. It's really done. Like, you can really just leave it how it is, but now it will be the time for you to go ahead and add your own effects and your twist, add your little reverbs, your delays, to give it your own little flavor and your sauce, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go in here and pick certain instruments that I want to add certain effects to. So I know for sure I want to go to this brass. It already has a delay on it, but I want to add some more to give it more depth. I got some of the highs. Yeah, to keep it in the background. And I panned it so it can bounce around from left to right. So my next step is to go into these strings. See, it sounds like it always has a retro sound to it, so I'm gonna add a little reverb to it. Add some decay to it. Okay, next I'm going to these bells. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything to the bells. I just raised it up just a little bit to get it above the strings because it sounded kind of quiet. So next I'm gonna go back to this piano too, and this sound like. So normally with your pianos, you can add some type of gross beat to give it a certain bounce. Let's choose a preset. I might just choose this preset. Like, this is the most basic preset that you can use because it sounds so good on anything that you use. So I'm gonna go in here and create an automation. Okay, as y'all can see, I added my automation. And when I play this, you will notice a difference from this part and this part. See the automation off and it's on. See that right there? I just created variety by doing it, and now it won't sound so repetitive by just playing this ding dong stuff on and over, you know what I'm saying? Okay. That's all that you was gonna hear besides the bass change, you know what I'm saying? But by me adding this, it sounds really good. I'm gonna just keep it like that. And if I just bring this one down, put my automation over it, I'm gonna just have one version with the automation and one version without the automation. And that right there creates two variations. So next we're going to the main piano to add some reverb. And I feel just add a good amount according to taste. Okay, that's hard. Next, got my main bass line for the piano. Okay, everything's sounding pretty good. I think I want to add some movement to the strings as well. Use Pancake, just turn the mix down to like 40. Give it some movement, and I want to add a little bit more reverb, a little more decay, so I can have it sounding kind of washed out. Okay, now that I got all the effects that I want to use, I want to go ahead and use the stereo separator. So I'm gonna use this S1 imager, and I'm gonna just choose certain instruments that I want to have pan left or right or directly into the center. So this piano versus this piano, I want it like somewhat close to the center, but pan to the left. And normally these instruments are already panned, so you really don't have to pan them as much. on to the strings. I think I kind of want these somewhere in the center, but not too much. So I got these kind of centered out. What I want to do is rotate the pancake because I want the pancake to have it moving. It's way better like that. So next, since I got everything EQ'd, leveled, stereoized, pan and whatnot, I really didn't have to pan anything. Like I said, the instruments automatically come pan. You don't have to do a lot of panning. I got everything routed to the melody bus. I'm gonna go ahead and throw an EQ on here. I want to EQ everything below at least 60 hertz to get rid of the lows that I don't need. And I'm gonna go ahead and find bad frequencies that I don't need. You might hear a frequency that sound like it's too much. Go ahead and duck it out. You ain't gotta get rid of the whole thing like this. You know what I'm saying? That's too much. You just wanna do a little bit of something like that. A little bell shape. This straight mud right here, you can hear all that. Don't get rid of that. What else frequency we got? I mean, you can get rid of this too. It ain't no big deal. Okay, what else we got? Like from on up, you really ain't got any frequencies to remove. It just mostly at the low end, cause that's why all the mud and nasty gritty sounds it. Yeah, everything up front sound pretty good. So just go ahead and just brighten it up. Okay, so now after the gain stage it, turn it off, see what my level's at. Y'all gonna hear it before and after. Sound pretty good. So I need to spread out these strings or this brass sound just a little bit. And I need to put them in the back. Okay, and that's pretty much it with that. Okay, that's pretty much it with the master. If you want to give some more width, you could put like an ozone imager on it to get it to sound a little wilder. Play around with it. Like my favorite preset is the gentle width. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to overdo it. You really don't want to overdo it because stuff gonna sound raggedy. Like telling you the truth. So you could just use these little settings. Like I just move it up to about that amount every time. I just don't go on. I don't really overdo it. Sound full and sound like it's done. That's it, gang. That's how you make a loop. That's how you mix a loop. That's my process of mixing a loop. That ain't necessarily like how you supposed to mix a loop, but like when you making your melodies, you will come up with your own ideas, your own ways of mixing certain things. Like everybody's mix don't come out the same every time. Even your mix don't come out the same as your last mix. So you just gotta keep learning, keep practicing, and you will come up with something new every time. Don't just focus on, oh, my mix is bad. You just gotta keep on working, and eventually you'll know that your mix sounds pretty good. Let me go ahead and put this out. But man, I hope y'all like this tutorial. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below. I hope I helped y'all out a lot. And make sure y'all go cop my kits, that glitch, that Painology, that red ROM shot, and I got my mixing presets on the way for y'all. That right there will help y'all tremendously with y'all mix. And I'll see y'all again. Adios, my gang.